usually that would be.
Test. It's not coming up in the middle.
Well, it's because he doesn't have it. So if you click on that, it'll show the mics. There it is. Now we're live.
Test. Test.
Okay.
Test. Did you turn it off?
It's on. It's working. Testing mic 3. Testing mic 3. It's good. About 15.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. The athletic department of Akron-Westfield High School invites you to enjoy the efforts of the student athletes and cheer squads this evening. We welcome the players, coaches, cheerleaders, students, and fans of the Gehlen Catholic Jays. At Akron-Westfield, sportsmanship is an expectation, so please let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. We encourage everyone to be a good sport. COVID reminders. Please wear your mask properly and wear it at all times when not eating or drinking. Please social distance from non-household members as much as possible. We thank you in advance for wearing your mask at all times, for wearing it properly. Today's officials are Dwayne Johnson, Gary Troth, and Jason Mule. The Westerner cheerleaders are Nola Shirley, Kennedy Madsen, Savannah Squibb, Emily Baker, and Alyssa Fry. Now here's the starting lineups. First for the Jays. Number 3, Sophie Gruden. Number 5, Lauren Hines. Number 15, Jaden Bartle. Number 23, Rachel Langle. And number 32, Maya Whitehead. The Westerner starters are number 3, Nevaeh Byer. Number 5, Chloe Colt. Number 23, McKenna Henrich. Number 24, Natalie Nielsen. And number 40, Elise Knapp. The Jays are coached by Brandon Shucker, assisted by Brian Colbeck. The Westerners are coached by Kent Johnson, assisted by Mike Baker. Now at this time, we ask you all to please remove your hats and rise. Place your hands on your hearts as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another broadcast here, a live streaming production. Thank you to Fuller Broadcast for allowing the Akron-Westfield Athletic Booster Club to log on here and provide these live streaming productions for you. We're really excited to bring some action to you this afternoon between the Akron-Westfield Westerners and the Lamar's Gehlen Catholic Jays. The Lady Jays come into action with a 7-5 record on the year. The Westerners had a 6-5 record thus far. It looks to be a pretty even contest. The two teams have played some competitive ball games against each other in years past. We're looking forward to another one. Starting lineup for the Gehlen Catholic Jays will be number 3, Sophie Ruden, a 5'5 sophomore. Number 5, Lauren Hying, a 5'7 junior. 15, Jaden Barthel, a 5'6 sophomore. 23, Rachel Langle. Langle is a 6-foot senior, and 32 Maya Whitehead, a 5'11 sophomore. The Jays will start off in man-to-man. Byer long on that three, but rebound controlled by Elise Knapp.
Nice dump
pass
in.
and good position there by Nielsen. Nielsen finishes for 2.
Nice job of sealing her guy on her girl on the high side, and Chloe made a good pass.
Nielsen leads Akron-Westfield with 16.5 points a game. That pass from Colt. Colt averaging 2.5 assists per game. Langle long from 3, and Knapp with her second rebound of the night. She kicks to Byer. Colt gets her own rebound, kicks to Henrich. Henrich shoots a long 2, knocks it down. 2 offensive rebounds for Akron-Westfield here in the early going, somewhat uncharacteristic. Gehlen, a good rebounding team. Langle, a contested jumper. Nice rebound by Nielsen there.
Girls are doing a nice job of dumping the ball inside. Nielsen sealing really well, and we made a couple nice passes to get it in. Westers with a 6-0 lead.
That ball off the hands of Langle. And Gehlen will come in with 2 subs right away. Number 34, that's Larissa Sitzman, a 5'11 junior. And number 1, Alyssa Kolbeck, a 5'6 junior. Little token pressure here by Gehlen. Westerners break it nicely. Starters for Akron-Westfield here tonight. Number 3, Nevaeh Byer, a 5-foot junior. Number 5, Chloe Colt, 5'4 junior. Number 23, McKenna Henrich, a 5'6 senior. 34, Natalie Nielsen, a 6'3 junior. And 40, Elise Knapp, a 5'8 senior. That steal and finish by Byer, and the Westerners jump out to a 10-0 lead here early going. Another sub, Bryn went into the action for Gehlen.
Free ball. Whitehead.
Sitzman.
Oh, excuse me.
Sitzman.
Sitzman.
That three.
Chloe Colt says, "I'll match you." Team's shooting pretty well.
Akron-Westfield running a 2-3 zone that you'll see them run most nights. Their guards look to pressure the top of the key. That time, kind of an unforced turnover by Gehlen. They're struggling here early in the half court against AW.
Nice. Gehlen switched to a zone that time. Western was still able to get it inside to Nielsen, and she made a nice pass down low to Knapp for the 2.
Had 3 rims out for Colt. Colt needs to be careful here. Good block there by Nielsen. Langle tried to drop step to her left shoulder there and ran into Nielsen, contesting that one. Gehlen down in this 2-3 now. Nice pass there from Colt to Nielsen, but she misses, went to her left hand and unfortunately missed that. Yep. 2:49 left in the first quarter. Westerners up 15-3. Byer with the runner there. Strong off the glass and got it to go. Westerners with 17 points already in the first quarter. I don't believe we've seen them with this kind of production here so far in this season, have we, John?
No, we definitely haven't.
Colt with an aggressive move to the hole there, and Went was called for a foul. Colt will shoot 2 shots.
In fact, at West Sioux the other night, they had 17 at half, so things are going a lot better so far this afternoon.
Our girls on the year. Let's see here. I was looking at the boys' stats for a second. My apologies. Averaging just 49 points a game. The girls are clearly way ahead of that pace at this point. Gehlen, on the other hand, averaging 53.5 points a game. Both teams shooting right at 35% from the field.
Lane violation on Gehlen, so Chloe will get another attempt. The 2 Wilkin girls are in now for the Westerners.
Haley just a little slow to move her feet there. Couldn't cut her off on the baseline. Called for a block. That's her first, and also the team's first. Nielsen missed a wide open Colt there in the full court. She kind of had a run out. Nice feed. Good position too by Nielsen. Outstanding pass from Wilkin. AW executing well in the half court here.
Nice hustle by Nevaeh, but she'd been better off not to go and try and get that one.
Hying hustled after the ball and threw it off of Byers' leg there. It'll be Galen's possession. 21-3 here. Minute 40 left in the first quarter. Little miscommunication there for the Jays. Byer will bring it up. Gehlen back in a man-to-man.
Minen replaces Colt for the Westerners.
Coach Johnson calls a timeout. Westerners probably were 6 or so seconds into the backcourt count. And a couple of subs in the action. I think Coach just wanted to get them organized here. Just a minute left in the first quarter, hoping to keep the momentum.
We're a little unsure about the press Gehlen was putting on, and it was a good timeout by Coach Johnson.
Gehen's known for being a streaky team. They have a tendency to go on runs, put a lot of pressure. They're really scrappy. According to Coach Johnson, they're a real scrappy bunch. They tend to score points in bunches, and a lot of times it comes off of pressure, full court pressure situations like this. So,
yeah, then they get themselves on a roll. So got to take care of the ball here.
Good takeaway there by Minen. Gehlen had a fast break opportunity. Plenty of time here, 21 seconds left in the quarter. Hein knocked the ball away there from Minen, but Westerners will maintain possession. 18 seconds left, AW on top, 21-5.
Showed good patience there. Got the ball into Nielsen. She turned a double team, kicked it back out, and Westerners live for another day.
And that's the end of the first quarter. AW on top, 21-5. We'll take a short break and come back with our second quarter action shortly.
And we're back to start the second quarter. Gehlen will have first possession. Akron-Westfield leading 21-5.
Jaden Barthel with the scrappy bucket there. Controlled the offensive rebound for Gehlen. Cuts the Westerner lead down to 14. Nice pass there from Beyer to Knapp. Knapp finishes for two. Another offensive rebound for the Jays, that time Whitehead.
Yeah, Chloe got caught picking up her dribble just across half court and found herself in trouble.
Bad spot to do that there. She knows better. Gehlen did a nice job of jumping the passing lanes as soon as she had lost her dribble. And
yeah, and this could be one of those runs that you were talking about. They're hurting us on the boards.
That's 3 offensive rebounds in a row, 3 possessions in a row rather, and they've scored on all 3. They cut the lead to just 12.
Walk.
Henrich called for a travel. So one of the things, and I know we talk about this a lot, one of the things about a press is it's not always that it results in a turnover in the full court, but oftentimes it speeds you up in your half-court possession.
Yeah, just get a little out of sync. Rush things a little bit.
Another timeout by Coach Johnson.
Last possession, the Westerners got the ball to Nielsen in the middle of the press, but instead of looking down court, she kept her back face to our basket and threw it backwards to Nevaeh. So, in essence, we didn't do anything against the press. Whenever you get the ball in the middle of the court, it's tough to trap there, but then you need to turn and look opposite or look down floor to hit an open girl.
Akron-Westfield has struggled terribly against a press this year. It's probably been, I would say, our Achilles heel. And some of that comes from, maybe not having a guard take control. I know we've talked about that. There's a few of these presses we've gone against where the point guard should just totally take control. Everybody else get out of the way, spread the floor.
Yeah, that and our guards are small, which can be, cause problems at times too. Hard to see down floor, but it's a good timeout by Coach Johnson to, save the possession again and get us back on the right page.
Traveling violation there for the Westerners. Gehlen still on their run. They've really eaten into this lead. 8 quick points for the Jays. 23-13 Akron-Westfield. 5:50 left in the second quarter. We mentioned Gehlen's rebounding prowess. 512 rebounds on the year compared to Akron-Westfield's 321.
Oh my, that's quite a difference.
Scrappy kids.
They're scrappy. They see the ball, they go get the ball.
Byer brings it down the sideline, kicks it ahead to Knapp, and she makes her shot for 2. Westerners needed that bucket. That foul called on Henrich, so that'll be her first foul. Long ways from the basket. Didn't need that one.
A little slow to react. It was a good opportunity. She could have put her foot out of bounds and cut her off, and possibly got their own trap.
And an unforced turnover there by Hine. That'll make a coach pull his hair out.
Gehlen's going to try a different press this possession. 1-3-1 full court. Got to look opposites are open.
A little contact down low. The refs didn't see a foul. And we've got a tie-up. Akron-Westfield will have possession of the ball. They're on the baseline. Nielsen did a nice job of controlling that pass. It was a little high, just unable to finish. Nice little out-of-bounds set. Nice touch by Nielsen on that 2-pointer.
Nice job of keeping the ball above her head.
That time Rudin was called for a travel. Westerner basketball. 4:44 left in the second quarter. 27-13 Akron-Westfield. And another 10-footer made by Nielsen. She's really had a nice first half.
Her teammates have done a nice job looking for her and getting her the ball when she is open.
Colt called for a travel there. I thought she had her pivot foot and maintained it, didn't she?
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
There's maybe a little bit of contact there. She got a touch off balance. Nice move by Hying there, stepping to her left, able to get off a three-point attempt. Off the front rim, and the Westerners will look to work a little clock here. Outstanding execution there, and that three knocked down in the corner by Colt.
Nice defense by Elise. Held her ground. Somebody needs to watch the corner here. And the elbow. We're fortunate she didn't knock that one down.
Nice three-pointer there made by Alyssa Kolbeck. Cuts the lead down to 16 points for Akron-Westfield, 2:40 left.
We might have got away with the travel there. A couple nice passes down low to Natalie. She just needs to gather herself and power it straight up instead of trying to catch it and shoot it in the same motion. She's a big, strong girl. She's going to get fouled and get some three-point plays.
That foul was called on McKenna Henrich. That's her second personal foul of the game. 2 shots being attempted here by Alyssa Kolbeck. She missed her first. Knocks down her second, and then we got a 15-point game.
Opposite. Got to look opposite.
Gehlen's in a 2-3 zone here, but their guards are really pressuring the ball. That time a drive by Colt, unable to knock that down, but Haley Wilkins gets outstanding position there and gathers that offensive rebound.
Jump ball goes to the Westerners.
Got away with the travel there. That ball deflected off of number 15, Jaden Barthel. Minute 37 left in the second quarter. Colt will go to the backcourt to take this ball inbounded from Haley Wilkin. But Colt high on that pass. An unforced turnover, really. Had a hand in her face, but needs to just throw a reach around bounce pass instead.
Yep, little ball fake. And
two-pointer made there by Hine. Byer forced that a little bit. Lucky that Colt was in position to get the offensive rebound. Minute left. And that turnover by Byer Gehlen will run out the other way. Hyen got away with the walk, but she finishes.
Yeah, looked like the NBA on that one.
The Jays have cut this down to 11, 45 seconds left. Offensive rebound there by Nielsen, and she finishes. That's a big play there. 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Colbeck fires from deep, just off the mark. And that's the end of the first half, with Akron-Westfield ahead 34-21. Pretty good first half of action. Gehlen came on in 2 different spurts and gave the Westerners some trouble in the full court. We'll see if they pick up Akron-Westfield full court in the second half.
Yeah, it was definitely a game of first half of spurts. Westerners got out to an early lead. Gehlen regrouped, cut into the lead, and then the Westerners kind of regrouped again and extended the lead, and Gehlen came back again, and now we're back to 13-point lead at half. 34-21, the Westerners.
We'll take a halftime break, and teams will meet in the locker rooms, and we'll come back here with hopefully a good second half of basketball. Okay, we're back here for our second half of action. Akron-Westfield on top of Gehlen Catholic, 34-21. Both teams will start the second half with their starters. Leading scorers in the first half for Akron-Westfield, Natalie Nielsen led the team with 12, Chloe Colt with 10, Elise Knapp with 8, Beyer with 4, and Henrich with 2. For the Gehlen Jays, Hying led them when scoring with 6, Colbeck with 5, Whitehead with 4. And a couple early baskets.
Hying on the one end and Nielsen on the other.
Westerners a little bit slow to move their feet there in their 2-3 zone. Nice ball movement by Gehlen. Leads to 2 points. And once again, some full court pressure by the Jays. Westerners got away with the travel there at the half court line. That turnover by Nielsen.
Had two girls that just kind of watched the ball as it went by them out of bounds. Not sure who should grab it.
Little conference with Mr. Johnson, the official, and Bob Brown, the clock operator. We'll see what
need to clear the fouls.
Clearing the fouls. Whitehead from 3. And she nails it. Uncharacteristic to see her take that shot. That's her first 3-pointer of the year. The Jays have cut it to just an 8-point AW lead. Rudin called for a foul there. AW fortunate that Beyer stepped to the ball.
We were very fortunate on that one. Another reason you cannot pick up your dribble after you cross half court.
Colt was short on that 3.
I believe the ball hit the...
Looked to me like that was off Whitehead, and she's smiling. She knows she got away with one.
I thought the ball went up and hit the upright of the basket, but maybe not.
Beyer with the steal. And Henrich able to finish there.
Henrich with a power dribble for 2.
Interesting sequence there. Colt had a run out. I don't know if it was Beyer or Henrich.
Henrich.
Out in front. Henrich was out in front. Colt was a little late seeing her. She got kind of caught up in traffic there on the right block. Ended up kicking it to Henrich for a really tough 2-point attempt, standing on the 3-point line. Nielsen charged and was able to get the offensive rebound, and so the Westerners have possession here. The turnover, Beyer and Henrich not on the same page.
Westerners are just a little bit out of sync on offense. Start this second half.
Defense there by Nielsen, cutting Langle off on the baseline. And again, does a good job of cutting her off. They've got Langle scouted well. She's predominantly a right-hand driver. Good hustle there by Nielsen. She got on the ground and got that ball. Tried to kick it ahead to Colt, but the ball goes out of bounds. A little bit sloppy here in the early going. Gehlen's forcing the tempo. 10-point lead by Akron-Westfield, 38-28, 4:42 left in the third quarter. Hying a little bit out of control. That ball went off her right leg. Akron-Westfield's ball. Western's taking plenty of time here. Just barely get it across. Scrum for the ball. AW will have possession there and then alternate possession. Nielsen working really hard on the offensive glass tonight. She went after that one on the miss from 3 by Colt, but went to her left hand and just a little bit weak on that layup.
Yep, she needs to power up with her strong hand. She can just dominate with her strong hand.
Another short three-point attempt by Colt. That's her third miss from 3 here in the first half. Beyer called for a foul on the other end. So one thing offensively the Westerners aren't doing this game, or this half so far, they're not getting the ball into Nielsen in the post. First half,
right.
when Westfield was successful, they really pounded it inside.
And part of that is Galen's defense, but the other part is we're just not being as patient.
Barthel knocks down the 15-footer. Gehlen brings it to within 8. This is Minen in now, checked in for Colt. She's pressured by Hying. Another jump ball. This time Gehlen will have possession. Knapp's got some blood on her right arm. She's going to get some attention on the bench there. Bandaged up. Back in.
Taryn Wilkin in for Knapp.
A lot of contact here on the ball handlers both ways, really. Ref's letting quite a bit go. Tough attempt there by Nielsen with her left hand. Whitehead did a nice job of standing there, being physical, making that a difficult play. Hying really wants to go to her right hand. Beyer was called for another block. That's Nevaeh's second foul. She'll sit down. Chloe Colt checks back into the ballgame. Whitehead called for an offensive foul. She pushed off just a little bit there on Henrich. That steal by Hying. She makes her layup for 2, and it's down to just a 6-point lead for Akron-Westfield, 38-32 with 2:33 left in the third quarter. Coach Johnson calls a full timeout, and it looks like Coach Harris is going to come at us with some trivia. What do you got for us?
I've got a trivia question for you, you bet. There was a time when Akron did not have girls basketball. They had it in the 50s. I think it might have been in the 60s where a lot of schools in the area discontinued girls basketball. Well, this person, when he came to the school, to Akron, he brought Akron girls basketball back. In fact, he coached them. Who is this individual, and what role did he play, other role did he play with Akron High School?
I'm sure our phones will be buzzing off the hook here with answers to that question. called for a foul there, contesting the pass into Nielsen. Colbeck will check in for Gehlen. That's Ruden's third foul of the night. Fourth team foul on Gehlen Catholic. Once again, Akron-Westfield settling for threes. That one off the mark by Byer, and Gehlen comes the other way. Right off the bench, Colbeck steps in and knocks down a 15-footer, and it's a 4-point game.
Nice rhythm shot.
Colbeck from three, she's long, an offensive rebound there by number 34, Larissa Sitzman, and she finishes for two. Gehlen drops back into a 2-3 zone. Turnover by Akron-Westfield. 38-36. Akron-Westfield still clinging to a 2-point lead. 1:03 left in the third quarter. It's been all Gehlen in this third quarter of action.
Yeah, their pressures caused problems for the Westerners and gotten us out of sync. And they've done some nice things on offense, and a basket away from tying it up.
Whitehead called for her third personal foul of the game. The fifth team foul on Gehlen. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Gehlen with all the momentum here. And still picking up the Westerners full court. Westerners in desperate need of a basket here. Need to take their time and find Nielsen down low. But a turnover by Henrich. Colbeck knocks down another two, and we've got a tie ball game. (38-38). 8.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Colt will look to bring it up. And Colt just short on that three-pointer. And we've got ourselves a contest.
Yeah, Gehlen definitely picked it up the third quarter. Caused the Westerners a lot of problems. Westerners a little bit out of sync. Gehlen's really turned it around. They never gave up in that first half, and here we are tied.
We're going to take a short break and come back to you shortly.
All right, we're back getting ready to start the fourth quarter. We're all tied up at 38. Greg Heron had the answer to the trivia question. The person who brought girls basketball back was Chuck Eskra. When he came as the new superintendent, and he also coached the girls for a few years.
Nice work, Greg. Some scrappy play there by both teams. Gehlen comes away with it. Westerners in a 2-3 zone. AW looks to me like they're a little bit out of gas. Just really struggling to get up and down the floor here. Gehlen's pressure defense is giving them problems.
It's taking a little bit out of us. Offensively here, we need to find some gaps. They're leaving some gaps wide open. We're just kind of going through the motion right now.
Fire long from 2. High-end comes away with it. Takes it up the left side. High-end with a good look from 3, but off the right side. Nielsen gathered the rebound, and Westerners desperately need a good possession here. 6:21 left, 38-38. AW taking way too many jumpers. They need to look to find Nielsen in the posts like they did in the first quarter. Hopefully they'll get this straightened out here. Langle controlled that.
Blocked by Nielsen.
Henrich launched a long 3. Westerners had numbers. 5-on-4 break. And Henrich maybe forced that one a little bit. Knapp was called for that foul on the rebound attempt.
It seems the girls have kind of forgotten what worked so well the first half, first quarter especially, and a little impatient, not working for that good shot. We can get a three-pointer anytime. We need to be patient, get a really good one.
Fire with the strip steal, but a nice hustle there by Larissa Sitzman to chase her down. Sitzman knocked the ball away. Akron-Westfield to take the ball underneath. 5:22 left, 38-38. Cold inbounds to Knapp. Sets a nice screen there for Colt. Outstanding execution there on what Coach Harris calls America's play.
America's play. Every team in the country runs that out-of-bounds play.
Larissa Sitzman drove with her left hand to the baseline side. Knapp stepped over but called for a block. Sitzman will shoot 2 shots. Sitzman misses her first. Makes her second to make it 41-39. Akron-Westfield on top. 5:06 left in the fourth quarter. Gehlen will pick Akron-Westfield up full court. Rachel Langle with that steal. went the distance, but Nielsen able to get that block on Langle. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Gehlen's ball underneath, high to inbound for the Jays. That ball called out on Gehlen once again, forcing an early three-pointer. Byer unable to knock that one down. Westner's ball underneath. 4:30 left. Gehlen fans are upset, and they've got a right to be. That was a questionable call there. A foul called on number 5, Lauren High. That's her first personal, the 6th team foul.
Yeah, the Gehlen girl had good position there, and actually, Nevaeh kind of hooked her to try and go around her, and
she used her elbow there to.
Yeah, we were fortunate there.
Contested layup there. Nielsen unable to get it to go. Langle did a nice job of staying straight up defensively. And Nielsen with the block. It's been a low-scoring fourth quarter. It's become a physical game. Refs letting them play. Byer with the offensive rebound, but travels. And Gehlen will take possession. Akron-Westfield on top, 41-39. 3:32 left. Gehlen's coach has all 5 timeouts left. Coach Johnson with just 2 remaining.
He coaches a lot like Fran McCaffrey. Doesn't use his timeouts.
Just lets them play. Westerners will spread it out.
Oh my God.
That time Henrich's 3 rattled out. There was a jump ball, and Gehlen will have possession.
See if the Westerners can't get another defensive stop here.
Colbeck kicks it to Sitzman. She fires from 3. Off the mark. Long rebound out to Cole. Colt went up with her left hand, unable to make the layup, but Nielsen does a nice job of hustling down, gets that offensive rebound, and finishes. Westerners on top by 4, 43-39, 2:36 left.
Good lesson for the young kids. Run the floor, and good things happen, and that's what Natalie did. It's a nice look by Natalie. Elise had position on the opposite block, and unfortunately we had a turnover.
Gehlen will use their first timeout. They want a full timeout here. Both coaches want to get organized. 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. Akron-Westfield on top, 43-39. We'll take a short break.
All right, we're back. Westerners leading the Jays 43-39. We have 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. The Gehlen ball.
Byer gives up a foul. Long ways from the basket. No harm there. That's the 5th personal, or the 15th foul rather, for the Westerners. Nevaeh's 3rd foul. Barthel inbounds it to High. Nice kick there from Langle to Haig, but Barthel off the mark. But an offensive rebound there by Whitehead. Nice effort underneath.
Fouls on Knapp. She tried to drive her out, blocking out, but she's a little bit late with the push and got fouled for it.
And all of a sudden, Gehlen's in the bonus. Another foul on the Westerners. That's 3 this possession. That foul called on Natalie Nielsen. That's just Natalie's first personal foul. And Whitehead will go to the line.
Both teams will be in the bonus from here on out.
Whitehead's a 39% free throw shooter on the year. 2 big ones here for Gehlen. She makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Off the mark on her second. Good rebound by Nielsen, and Colt will bring the ball up. Kicks it ahead to Henrich. Nielsen short on that too. Another block by Nielsen. She stepped on the line, but a good defensive play. Gehlen will have the ball underneath, eyeing to take it out of bounds for the Jays. And the Jays will get another opportunity. Doing a good job of crashing the offensive glass. That one last off on Knapp. Knapp with the steal. Minute 14 seconds left. Westner should look to use some clock here.
Gehlen's going to come out and try and trap the ball.
Looks like we're going to have a foul called there on 5 High. That was an interesting sequence. Coach Johnson wanted a timeout, and so did Colt. The official on the other end didn't see them calling for it, and Gehlen gave up their foul. Of course, they wanted to stop the clock. Colt's shooting a 1-and-1, but she misses her first. AW on top, 43-40. 50 seconds left. And Gehlen called the timeout. Head coach wanted it. He wants a full timeout with 45.6 seconds left. Westerners on top, 43-40.
I'll send you off with a trivia for this timeout.
Another trivia question.
This person was instrumental in establishing the current Akron-Westfield Athletic Booster Club, which we thank for our system that we're working on today, being able to broadcast these games to those of you who are unable to join us in the gymnasium. This person was instrumental in the establishment of the current AW Athletic Booster Club. Akron-Westfield leading 43-40, 45 seconds left. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
Here we go. Hying will inbound for the Jays. And a travel called on Barkle.
Westerners need to make sure they step towards the ball.
Fire gets it into Colt. And Hying chases her down. Colt will still be in the bonus, shooting 1-1. That's Lauren Hying's third personal foul, the 8th for the team this half. 39.8 remaining. Westerners on top by 3. And Colt knocks in her first to make it a 4-point ball game.
Had one response to my question as for Todd Colt, and that is not correct.
And Greg Herron, again with the win. Kevin Ekoff is the correct answer.
I figured Rice Herron would get that one correct.
Nice work, Greg. Nice work by Chloe Colt there as she knocks down both free throws. And a strip there by Byer. Gives it to Colt. Colt fouled once again. Good sequence there for Akron-Westfield. Gehlen just a little bit out of control on the dribble drive. 31.2 remaining. Chloe going to the line. I'd like to give a little credit here to our IT guy this evening, IT/camera guy, really doing it all. Stepping in for Jason Rolfus is Nick Mathestad. Doing a nice job.
I don't know how he can do it. He graduated from Lawton Bronson. I'm not sure how he's able to do all this work, but we appreciate him.
He's an all-purpose player, a school board member. He does it all. Colt knocks in her second as well, and the Westerners are back up to a 7-point lead, 30 seconds left.
Can breathe a little bit easier now.
Nielsen with the block on Langle's 3-point attempt.
Had a foul.
Johnson was asking for a timeout. Not totally sure why. They seem to have it under control, but he wanted to get organized there. Colt was fouled once again, and she'll have a chance to add to her stat line from the free throw stripe. 17.3 left, 47-40 Akron-Westfield. Colt knocks down her first attempt to make it an 8-point lead. That last foul was called on Whitehead, Maya Whitehead, with a good effort this evening, but fouled out with her 5th personal foul. She'll have to sit down. And Coach Johnson wants to talk about it here at the end with a full timeout. Westerners on top, 49-40, 17.3 remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Jump ball there, and the Westerners will have possession, and that about does it. Henrichin to Colt. Bob Brown winds the clock. that's the ball game. Akron-Westfield victorious, 49-40 over the Gehlen Catholic Jays. Good effort by both squads. Some really back and forth at the moment, some sloppy play, but competitive nonetheless.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, these two teams are always competitive, have some good battles, and this go around was nothing different. It's kind of an ugly start to the fourth quarter by both teams, but fortunately, Westerners were able to pull ahead and come away with the victory.
We've got a 15-minute break with both men's teams warming up for the second game of this doubleheader, and we look forward to being back with you soon.
drunk. Do not embarrass your team, school, or community by behaving in a negative manner. Please enjoy the game by being a good sport. Welcome back our officials, Dwayne Johnson, Gary Trout, and Jason George. COVID reminders, please wear your mask properly and wear it at all times when not eating or drinking. Please social distance from non-household members as much as possible. We thank you in advance for wearing your mask at all times and for wearing it properly. Now here's the starting lineups. First, the Jays, number 2, Dylan Lehman. Number 4, Keaton Bonderson. Number 10, Carter DeRocher. Number 12, Keaton Logan. And number 40, Zach Kraft. The Westerner starters are number 10, Tyson Fairbanks. Number 12, Leighton Cook. Number 14, Tanner DeRoche. Number 20, Eric Eller. And number 32, Jackson Monarch. The Jays are coached by Mike Landell, assisted by Ryan Wilkson and Eric Kellen. The Westerners are coached by Chad Clay, assisted by Gordy Johnson.
Welcome back here to our second game of the doubleheader. This time the boys matchup between the Akron-Westfield Westerners and the Gehlen Catholic Jays. Gehlen Catholic having a tremendous year to this point with a 10-1 record. They're at tops of the conference. Their only loss coming to the Unity Christian Knights. That was the night after a big victory for Gehlen over Remsen St. Mary's, so maybe had a little bit to do with it, but nonetheless a tremendous squad. It's going to be a very difficult matchup for the Westerners, who have been struggling so far, 1-9 on the year, playing a lot of young kids, some injury issues and COVID right now with Terpstra out as well. And so the Westerners short-handed, but they're going to give it a go. Hopefully put out a good effort this evening. Gehlen wins the tip, and we're underway. Quick foul called on Leighton Cook. That's his first.
Looks like the Westerners are in a junk defense.
Trying their hand at a triangle and 2 type of look. And a steal. Monarch controls it. Nice pass from Cook there to Fairbanks. Fairbanks unable to finish. And the Jays come the other way. Lehman launches from 3. Misses long. Starters for Gehlen, number 2, Dylan Lehman, a 6-foot junior. Number 4, Keaton Bonderson, a 6-foot sophomore, leads the Jays in scoring. Number 10, Carter DeRocher, a 6'2 junior. 12, Keaton Logan, a 6-foot sophomore. And 40, Zach Kraft, a 6'4 senior. Monarch with his own offensive rebound. Rebounded his miss, makes his layup for 2.
Fairbanks slow to rotate over. Left Kraft open. Got foul on the play.
Kraft shoots 2, and he makes his first. Zach Kraft, not a huge scorer for the Jays, but leads the team in rebounds per game, a big, strong, physical kid. Makes both free throws to tie it at 2 points. Starters for the Westerners this evening, number 10, Tyson Fairbanks, a 6'1 junior. 12, Leighton Cook, a 5'10 freshman. Tanner DeRoche, a 6-foot senior. Number 14, number 20, Eric Allard, a 5'8 freshman. And 32, Jackson Monarch, a 6'4 freshman. So AW starting 3 freshmen this evening. We'll see if they can compete. That turnover by Cook. Good baseline drive there by Lehman. Dropped it to Kraft, but unable to finish. Gehlen in man-to-man. Cook kicks it out to Monarch. Monarch launches from 3. Off the mark. Nice drive by Keaton Bonderson. Finishes with his left hand.
Western's running their 5-out motion offense.
That pass off the hands of Allard. Gehlen puts a lot of pressure on the ball. They do a good job of making passes difficult to complete. That time, Allard not ready for it from Cook. Number 12, Keaton Logan, came up short on that 3. So far, Gehlen settling just a little bit. Western's junk defense, as you mentioned, Coach, causing them some problems, and Bonderson finishes there for 2. Cook with the turnover. Another layup for Bonderson. His second in as many possessions. And Galen's out to an 8-2 lead. Coach Clay wants to take a timeout, settle his guys down a little bit. Looks like Coach Harris is getting ready to send a little trivia your way.
Yeah, we have 30-second timeout. These 3 former Akron-Westfield ball players scored 42, 42, and 43, respectively, in a single game. 3 Akron-Westfield ball players. Who were they? They scored 42, 42, and 43. Akron-Westfield players. Westerners trailing 8-2, 4:35 in the first quarter. Couple turnovers have hurt them the last couple possessions and take care of the ball. Otherwise they're playing pretty solid.
Nice jumper there by Myers. Good to see Mullenix under control on that dribble drive. And a nice kick out to Myers for an easy 2. Gehlen quickly down to Kraft on the block for 2 of his own. Gehlen on top, 10-4. Steal that time by Carter DeRocher. He's fouled on his layup attempt. Jacob Myers with his first personal. That's the 3rd team foul on Akron-Westfield. DeRocher knocks down his first. Carter DeRocher, a junior, averages 19.1 points a game. Had a good season thus far. Checking into the Gehlen are number 22, Cameron Corbin, and number 14, Drake DeRocher. Myers launches from 3 and knocks it down. Good looking stroke.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of unexpected scoring there from Myers. It's good to see.
He shot the ball well, and he's had limited action. I think he started maybe one game, and he's played in a few, especially lately, but he shot the ball well. That was Carter DeRocher driving down the right side of the lane. Tanner DeRoche called for a foul. DeRocher will shoot 2.
Do you have any answers? Haven't got any responses yet to my trivia question.
I think people are going to have a hard time answering that question, personally. Players that scored 42, another player that scored 42, another that scored 43.
They should be able to remember the last one. It wasn't that long ago that it happened.
DeRocher knocked down both free throws here to take Gehlen out to a 7-point lead, 14-7 on top of Akron-Westfield. Gehlen in man-to-man. Myers drives. Nice move by Myers, just unable to finish. Caught himself a little off balance. Tanner DeRoche called for his second foul. And we've got some substitutions for the Westerners. Checking into the game, number 30, Sam Phillips. Monarch checks back into the ball game, and Allard. Drake DeRocher knocked in that three-pointer from the corner. Monarch short on the 3, but Eric Allard with the offensive rebound makes his layup.
Got to get out on him.
Carter DeRocher knocks in a 3, taking Gehlen out to an 11-point lead, 20-9, 2:11 left in the first quarter.
30-second timeout. Talk to the boys about getting out. Got to get a hand on that shooter. So far, Rachel Harris has one of the 3 correct. Dan Crone is one of the 3. He scored 42 in a ball game. Age-wise, he's in the middle. He's in the middle of these 2.
No, he's not.
He's not? Am I?
You're way off, Coach. Dan Crone would be the older of these 3
Is he the
players.
older?
The second player.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Is three years older than myself.
Okay.
2 years rather. He was a junior when I was a freshman. And then the most recent one just graduated here not too long ago. Gehlen still in a man-to-man defense. Molinex fumbles the ball down at the post. And Bonderson all the way for 2.
Galen's quick getting up and down the floor. They score points in a hurry.
Monarch spun over his left shoulder there, just unable to finish. That one rimmed out for Drake DeRocher. Sam Phillips with the rebound. Eric Allard to bring it up for AW. Minute and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. 22-9. Gehlen in front. That first team foul called on the Gehlen Jays. Carter DeRocher with his first personal. And some substitutions here late in the first quarter. Number 12, Keaton Logan back into the ball game for Gehlen. 42, Ryan Augustine seeing his first action. And Augustine for 2. Gehlen out to a 15-point lead. Fairbanks is off the mark on that 3-point attempt, and the Gehlen Jays beat Westerners down the floor. Kraft with the offensive rebound. Makes the putback, and he's fouled. That foul called on 24, Sam Molinix. His first. Gehlen out to a 17-point lead with 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Kraft misses his free throw attempt. You'd like to see a good possession here out of Akron-Westfield late in the quarter. Gather a little bit of momentum back. Bonderson with an outstanding defensive play there. Jacob Myers called for his first personal foul as Drake DeRocher attempted the layup. We've got a little blood there on Myers' finger or hand. Looks like he's going to have to take a break. Leighton Cook will check back into the ball game. DeRocher was short on his second.
4 seconds. And that's the quarter. Gehlen 27, Akron-Westfield 9. Galen's getting up and down the floor pretty quickly. They can score points in a hurry. Westers need to regroup here and kind of put the brakes on the Jays. As far as the trivia question goes, I've had a couple different responses. Nick Schoenfelder thought perhaps Cal Esker and Aaron Wilmot. Those would be incorrect. Eric Solberg has one of the other three. Nick Jacobs. Nick scored 43 just a few years ago. And the third is Ronnie Prothero. He scored 42. To go with that, I'm going to add this question to it. This former Akron High School player scored 44 against MOC, and a few nights later scored 40 against Alcester. Who is he? This was an Akron High School player, so it's been a few years ago. Maybe Greg Heron can get this one as well.
Let's see what Coach Clay drew up here. He needs to get his kids a score here in the early going. But a quick turnover by Fairbanks.
They did have better movement in their offense that time. Unfortunately, an unforced turnover. They've had to come out of their junk defense. And
they're still in it. Well, you're right. It's a 1-2-2. I apologize. A 1-2-2 zone defense back in Westfield. A steal by Leighton Cook. Quickly ahead to Eric Allard. Short on the three. Kraft hustles after the offensive or the defensive rebound. And a lot of Westerners standing back on this side of the half-court line. It's disappointing to see a lack of hustle. Gehlen with the run out makes it a 20-point lead. Monarch called for a travel. And the turnovers really mounting, really adding up here for the Westerners. I would venture to guess 10, 12 turnovers maybe. Gehlen on top, 29-9.
It's blocked by Monarch. Westerners need a basket here. They need a good possession.
That was Augustine with an offensive rebound. Went right back up with it, but Monarch able to stop him in his tracks there. Fairbanks unable to finish. A nice pass from Allard. Gehlen quickly the other way. That three rimmed in and out for Carter DeRocher.
Coach Clay with a timeout. He's not too happy about the effort to get back to the other end of the floor. Galen's beating us up and down the floor, and shots missed. You got to get down the other end of the floor and play some defense.
5:34 left in the second quarter. Gehlen Catholic on top, 31-9. We're going to take a short break.
Well, we've had a couple of answers to my question. This former Akron high school player scored 44 and 40 in the same week. Eric Solberg guessed Bruce Cooley. Well, Bruce Cooley is from Boyden Hall. Nick Schoenfelder had the correct answer. Bill Michael. Bill Michael.
Steal by Augustine. Gehlen comes the other way with the ball. And once again, very slow transition defense by the Westerners. Gehlen making them pay. The ladies in the concession stand, I apologize. I was slow to notice their answers to the trivia question. A couple of pretty good guesses. They had Nick Jacobs, they had Dan Crone, and one of the Atkin boys. I like the effort.
Oh, okay.
Ladies.
Yeah, that was a good guess.
Keep up the good work. Keep these fans fed and hydrated. Concession stand is being run by the Akron-Westfield PTA. We greatly appreciate what they do for our school system.
Remember, I like my steak medium well.
(35-9), Gehlen on top. 3:57 left in the second quarter. Been a long time since Akron-Westfield has scored. Carter DeRocher was able to track that one down. Rebound by Molnix. Carter Wilkin into the action for the first time. Will bring the basketball up. Gehlen playing good denial off the ball defense. Molnix with the turnover there. DeRoche stopped. And a foul called there on Molnix. That's Sam's second personal foul, the 8th team foul on the Westerners. 3:08 remaining in the second quarter. As a team, the Jays are shooting 69% from the free throw line on the year. DeRocher misses that one. They also score 62.5 points a game. Maybe more importantly, they average 12 assists per game. And you can see that they move the ball well.
Yep, they do.
They get up
they're very
and down the
active
floor to make themselves a threat. That time a nice effort by Bonderson. Gets his own offensive rebound and is fouled. He'll shoot 2 shots. That foul is on Molnix with his 3rd.
They look like they could put together a pretty good track team. Good athletic kids, really run the floor well.
And you appreciate how hard they play. They're here to compete. And it's fun. Clearly it's fun to play hard. It's fun to play fast. And
Yep.
Mike Langle's got them playing a fun style of basketball, it looks like. 37-9, Gehlen on top. AW's had a hard time scoring this year, especially lately. 16 points against West Sioux the other night, 11 points against South O'Brien the game prior, and just 10 points against Remsen St. Mary's a couple games prior to that. Good effort there by Fairbanks to deny that alley-oop attempt. We've got a jump ball here with Carter Wilkin and number 12, Keaton Logan.
I thought maybe the officials would give us a break and call a foul on that reach in. He really dug in pretty hard and came up with the ball. But
AW in a 2-3 zone. Maybe a 1-2-2 rather, with Allard working it. Both the high post and the top of the key.
we're getting caught staring at the ball, and we need to open up and still see our zone, our area to take care of.
Carter grabs that long rebound. Cook off the mark from 3. And Carter DeRocher knocks that one down. DeRocher shoots 39.7% from 3 on the year. He's improving his average so far tonight. Jays are looking to have a little fun here. That time an attempted alley-oop off the backboard. Oh, nice drive there by Fairbanks. Fouled by Carter DeRocher. Fairbanks will shoot 2.
Tyson's had a couple nice drives to the hole. Now he's finally rewarded, making the first of 2 free throws.
Good to see Tyson back playing basketball this year. Took last year off. And I would say probably a little bit rusty because of it, but he's a good good kid. He's a strong kid, a hard worker, and it's good to see a little leadership out of him here as an upperclassman. Hopefully he can get the rest of the team to play a hard second half. Layup off the mark for Myers, but Augustine unable to control it. It'll be Akron-Westfield's ball on the baseline. Carter Wilkin to take it out for Akron-Westfield. 23.8 seconds left in the second quarter. Wilkin long for three. Fairbank controls the rebound. Kicks it to Myers.
2 seconds.
Good effort there by Akron-Westfield, getting a few offensive rebounds on that possession, but a couple of layup attempts they couldn't connect on. At any rate, we go to halftime with Gehlen ahead 42-11. Once again, let's take a moment to thank the Akron-Westfield Athletic Booster Club for sponsoring this live streaming event. We're certainly thankful that they've brought these productions to you folks at home, and we appreciate everyone that supports the Akron-Westfield Athletic Booster Club as well. They are a huge supporter of what we try to do up here, and certainly takes a lot of people volunteering time and money to make all these things possible. So thank you, Akron-Westfield Athletic Boosters.
Absolutely.
With that, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break and come back with our second half of action.
there, so.
Okay, we're back with you here after a lopsided first half. Gehlen on top, 42-11. As we mentioned, Gehlen a good, really good squad. Bunch of athletic kids out there getting up and down the floor on the Westerners. AW started off, really the first 5 or 6 minutes of the first quarter I thought played pretty competitive, and then kind of lost their rhythm, and Gehlen took it to them. So we'll see if the Westerners come out and play hard in this second half. Gehlen starting in their man-to-man defense, pressuring the ball and denying the pass. Steal quickly by Bonderson and Cook. Bonderson takes it the distance for 2. Monarch called for a travel. 2 quick turnovers for the Westerners. Good steal by Allard there. He did a nice job of dropping down to the post to take away that entry pass. Another turnover by AW. One of the things I'm noticing here, and Gehlen, they should be doing this because they're getting away with it. They apply a lot of ball pressure, and they do use their hands just a little bit. Every coach would like you to if you're getting away with it.
Yeah, they kind of established that going, at the beginning of the game, and you find out right away if the official's going to call it or not, and if they don't, you just continue and can really cause problems, especially to an inexperienced, maybe not quite as talented ball club. As long as we got this breakthrough in this timeout, I got one more trivia question I'll throw at you for the day. Final trivia question of the day is this. This Akron-Westfield alumnus, former wrestler for AW, he used to spell out Westerners with his arms and leg gestures at the basketball games. He'd get out on the floor and get the crowd going, spelling out the Westerners. Can anybody come up with that name? We're back. Gehlen has the ball. Westerners trailing 44-11.
Bonderson was off the mark on that 3. The rebound controlled by Dylan Lehman, but Monarch able to block his layup attempt. Monarch tries to reverse layup off the front of the rim. Back on the Jade. That time Kraft was able to get Monarch in the air. And Jackson's called for his first personal foul of the ball game. Kraft will shoot 2 shots. Would have been a lane violation there under Ochi. The ref went ahead and let it go. Well, obviously, he's got to let it play out first. He did it correctly. Had Kraft missed that first free throw, he would have been awarded a second attempt. Made his first, missed his second. 45-11, Gehlen on top.
Zach Kraft's been playing varsity ball for 4 years. He's a senior now. He was a solid freshman when he came in their program.
Allard short on his 3. And Bonderson, as it seems we've said all night long, with another breakaway layup. Tremendous athlete. Makes it look easy out there. That ball off of Fairbanks. The Gehlen's ball.
I received the correct answer, and I'm not sure who it came from. My phone didn't show me who it was. Scott Lucan was the correct answer. Doug Olson also got Scott Lucan. He was a good crowd pleaser, getting the crowd excited. Have a hard time speaking today. Sometimes it was a little bit of struggle to spell Westerners, but we got her down.
Hiroshi fades away for 2. Off the mark. And once again, 5 Gehlen players to 2 or 3 for Akron-Westfield. Lack of transition defense is really frustrating to Coach Clay. Bonderson with another steal, and look out. Nice dunk by Bonderson. Putting Gehlen on top, 54-11. 4:20 left in the third quarter.
We're just attempting too long of passes. It's easy to pick them off. Coach Clay talking to the official. I think he was a little concerned about hanging on the rim.
And here comes another. Oh, a little bit out of control on that one. Bonderson turns it over. We've got a running clock now with the 35-point rule in effect. 54-11, Gehlen on top, 3:30 left in the third. A couple of substitutions. Carter Wilkin checks in, as well as Jacob Myers. Myers short from 3. That ball lasts off Kraft's head. Westerner ball on the baseline. Myers stepped on the sideline there to give Gehlen possession. Lehman inbounds to DeRocher. Logan, rather. Nifty pass from Kraft. Carter DeRocher finishes for 2. The trouble with the 5-out offense is that if you cannot penetrate those gaps that they're leaving, if you can't take your defender off the dribble, you end up having way too many people standing on the perimeter and nothing happening towards the basket.
Yeah, for the most part, we're really not looking to attack enough off of it.
Bonderson with another slam.
And when we're covered up, we need to go backdoor hard, clear to the rim. Too many times we take one step and then go back where we came from.
There, you folks at home got a good look at Troy Knipe's head. Apologies for the camera work or for Troy's lack of court awareness. Come on, Troy, get with the program here. Bonderson knocks in a 3. Gehlen up 50 points now, 61-11.
Now we need to cut hard to the rim. Create that gap.
There, Myers took it to the hole. Couldn't finish.
Yeah, that was
drive to his
that was
strong
that was
hand.
better.
Myers contested that layup attempt by Carter DeRocher. DeRocher will shoot 2. And he makes both. Carter Wilkin brings it up the floor with 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Monarch looks to create, steps back for 3, and knocks it in. At the end of the third quarter, Gehlen on top, 63-14. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break and look forward to bringing you the fourth.
Three to 14. Several subs on the
three-point attempt by Drake DeRocher rimmed out, but a new player into the ball game. That was Connor Kraft attacking the offensive glass. Nice athletic play to control that rebound and finishes with a 2-point bucket. Tanner DeRocher off the mark on that layup. Strong move by Ryan Augustine after his drop step over his right shoulder. Finishes with a strong hand for 2. He's played some good minutes for the Jays tonight. Monarch off the mark. Fairbanks clears it for Akron-Westfield, and Cook brings it up. 6:12 left in the ball game.
Need a back cut.
Hey, watch the push.
Garoshi's mixing it up with Augustine a little bit. You don't want to see that late in the game.
Hey, hold your ground, Ryan.
You hope cooler heads prevail here.
Yep. Official Dwayne Johnson drawing attention to that, telling his partner Gary to talk to him to kind of clean it up a little bit. That was a nice drive by Monarch, just was unable to finish.
DeRoche with a good cut there to the basket. A nice pass from Monarch, I believe. DeRoche will shoot 2 shots. That block there by Ryan Augustine. Called for being on the arm. DeRoche misses his first. He makes his second, and Molinex checks into the ball game to replace Tanner. Akron-Westfield in the 1-2-2. Coach Mike Langle a little bit frustrated with his kids there. He just had 2 turnovers in a row. He's unhappy, rightfully so.
Yeah, it's got a little sloppy with the reserves in the ball game, and if they want to earn more time, they need to take care of the ball.
Onyx with a nice drive and left hand for 2. Nice 10-foot jumper there by number 22, Cameron Corbin. Turnover by Monarch. Gehlen's basketball, 69-17. Gehlen on top. Just 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the contest. The Jays will have a couple of big games down the stretch here as they try to maintain their first place position in the War Eagle. Some pretty good teams this year. I'm sure South O'Brien will give them a run. St. Mary's will look to get them the second time around. Look to be up for the challenge.
Yeah, St. Mary's lost some good kids from last year's team, but I understand they're starting to put it together and getting stronger and stronger. Coach Rudin does a nice job with those boys. There's good competition, no doubt, and the upper tier of the War Eagle is pretty tough. Kylie Yates of South O'Brien thought maybe Gehlen was the kind of the cream of the crop in 1A this year, Northwest Iowa. Time will tell, but they look pretty tough.
Got some substitutions coming in for the Westerners. Good luck. We'll see Landon Schutnick with his first action wearing the number 4, as well as Big Country Casey Nielsen checks into the ball game wearing 50.
And wearing number 42 is the McCullum boy.
His first name is escaping you and me as well right now.
Yeah.
He's not on the roster.
He's wearing Terpster's number.
You'll be seeing a lot of him the next couple of years. .30 seconds left in this ball game. Gehlen content to work the ball around the outside and
just kind of playing keep away to end the game here.
Put a bow on this one. And the Jays will move to 11-1. Westerners to 1-10 on the year. Tough ball game for AW. Just hope that their young kids can keep at it and work hard. Apologies to Ashton McCulley for messing up his first name. Good to see him out there. Once again, we'd like to thank you all for watching our live streaming broadcast event, and thank the AEW Athletic Boosters for sponsoring it. We wish you all a good evening and a good weekend. We'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.
Good night.